I presented a prototype of the OSO Orbit sometime last year, and as with many of the watches I present here, the brand sent me this final production unit to keep. I thought I'd use this 2 watches in 2 minutes episode to highlight some of my thoughts on the critiquing process, especially of prototypes. With the Orbit prototype, I was critical of the finishing and quality control at the micro scale. Of course, you can argue that a $300 watch does not need to blow your mind under a loop or a macro lens, and you're mostly right. But there was an unusual amount of debris and dirt on the dial, and some of the printing was a bit too grainy for my liking. In most of these instances, as a reviewer, you feel obligated to highlight this, but also reassure the viewer that this is a prototype and the final production units will be better. But the reality is that none of us know for certain that it will be better, and in certain instances, it doesn't get better and you're left with a dozen unhappy customers. But this particular watch did improve, and the printing tightened up, and the dial is significantly cleaner than the prototype. Of course, you can still find some small imperfections on the dial, but these are definitely acceptable given the price point. So it puts reviewers in a somewhat tricky spot when they're asked to review a prototype. And in most instances, reviewing a prototype is the only way to get feedback on the design while sticking to a tight schedule if you're a brand. In my videos, I feel obligated to observe, present, and criticize the product in front of me. And if that product happens to be an incomplete or unfinished prototype, it shouldn't be given too much of a free pass when compared to a final production unit, even if the results are going to significantly improve, as on this watch. This isn't a jab at any particular brand, but just me sharing some of my thoughts on the process of creating watch content. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.